This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM 640, it is The Conway Show. Mark Thompson's here.
Oh, thank you, Tim, and thank you, everyone, and collected masses. Please be seated.
I was so jealous on Sunday that you were here, Crozier was here, and I was listening on the way to getting my ass kicked at Santa Anita. And I heard you guys talking about how you both got worked in auctions.
Yeah, we told the story. I thought a
Can you
good
tell
story.
that story again?
Sure, I'll tell it again. Crozier's story I thought was even better.
Yeah, that was, so we'll save Crozier's for a second, because he leapfrogged over you.
Oh, his is really good. But sort of in the same general vein, I was emceeing an event this past weekend, and it just seemed as though it was an autism event, and, a beautiful event. It was for the Ed Asner Center. They do a lot of treatment and outreach with families and those who are, exactly.
And what is it called?
Autism World. It's called Ed Asner Family Center.
Okay.
And so this is a fundraiser for that center, and Matt, who is Ed's son, is heading things up with his wife, Nava. Anyway, so you get to the auction part of things, and it's a fundraiser, and there are these 4 nights in Thailand somewhere. I didn't really pay attention to what it was. I saw a villa. It was a villa.
How does that auction operate? Do you have a paddle with your number on it?
People had paddles. I didn't even have a paddle. That's how pathetic this is.
Boy.
I wasn't planning on. I'm the MC. I didn't plan on buying anything or bidding on anything necessarily, or maybe it was just an oversight. But we started the bidding at $1,000, and somebody in the crowd bids $1,000, and he says, "Do I hear $2,000?"
And you're emceeing this thing.
I'm emceeing it. I'm not actually on stage though. I'm just kind of like there with the opening remarks and remarks through the night.
Do you feel ableist that you're an MC and they don't have somebody with autism?
Oh, I never thought of it that way. Yeah. Well, we have autism in my family, so I feel connected to it. But you make a good point. Maybe I'll be disqualified next year. But after this, they probably will want me back, because I noticed that there was nobody bidding $2,000, only the $1,000. And I just felt bad. So I said $2,000.
It's a trip to where?
It's not a trip. That would be different. It's not a trip.
What is it?
4 days. You get there on your own. It's 4 days in this villa
in Thailand.
In Thailand. So it's like what are the famous vacation spots in Thailand? It's one of them.
Oh, okay.
So then nobody's bidding anything more. And he goes, 3,000, 3,000. And please bid something more. But then somebody said 3,000, and they were pretty quick with it, Tim. It wasn't like,
sure,
So I panicked maybe a little early. I thought, oh, good. Now people are getting on board. We're picking up momentum. And so then he says, how about 4,000? And nobody. It's quiet. I'm thinking this thing is going to go for $3,000. It's kind of insulting. I would so I'm going to push it along. So I yell and raise my hand, 4,000.
Wow.
And they said, "Oh, that's so great, Mark Thompson. Wow, you're gonna $4,000. That's just terrific." And I'm thinking somebody else is going to come in here for whatever, and nobody did come in forever.
Oh no,
and, for whatever, and I ended up buying a trip.
When do you have to use it by?
I don't know. I don't know any of the details except for the fact that it's. I'm going to need a GoFundMe to pay for it. That's all I know. Yeah,
call Steve Gregory.
The American Express SWAT team met me on the way out. Yeah, you bumped it. You bumped the card.
That's wild.
But Crozier had a better story even than that.
You got hit with these?
Hit with
an accidental purchase?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yes. My first wife and I were at a some charity thing for some medical thing. I couldn't even tell you what it was. Something that's starting to pop up in people about over 20 years ago. And Holly Robinson Peete, Rodney Peete's wife, was one of the sort of co-hosts, and Jason Ritter, John Ritter's kid, was there, was part of it as well. And all night, and it was like at the Beverly Hills, hotel. So it was like highfalutin, a lot of money flowing and all this stuff.
Running the risk of radically insulting you, how were you invited?
My ex worked for a medical company that had something to do with the condition. So yeah, had nothing to do with me personally. I was along for the ride. Okay. But so they had a silent auction, and then they had the big auction afterwards, and money's flowing. Everybody's bidding, big bids. 1,000. But the biggest one of the night was the very last one, and it was a set of earrings and a necklace, matching necklace. It was like blue sapphire or something like that. It was like, beautiful stuff. And we hadn't bid on anything. Paddle hadn't moved all night, and they said, "All right, we'll start the bid off with $8,000." And wife looks at me, and I go, "All right, I'll goose it a little bit. 8,000." Not a single bid came in after that.
How did you pay for it? Did you have that kind of dough?
It was on a credit card.
Oh, my God.
And my wife got it in the divorce. Got the set in the divorce.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's the best
so it's
part.
8,000 plus 27%, interest. Yeah. Every month you don't pay it off.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, for that gleaming moment, everybody's like, "Look at you, nice young man, well done." And then I just wanted to fall in a hole.
Were you at least buzzed? Is that why you did it?
I honestly couldn't remember, but it was a fairly sober. It was, it was a thought out sort of thing. People were bidding. Nobody seemed to be shy on any of the items. So I thought, all right, I'll partake in the fun and the festivities. $8,000.
I don't have a story like that, but I went to one of those big events that was an auction. And what you do when you get there, you give them your credit card information. Right, and then it's associated with your paddle, and they can make it the association pretty quickly once you buy it, so it speeds things along. So I get to this auction or this charity event, and they said, "Hey, you want to give us your credit card? We'll give you a paddle." And I said, "Buddy, I'm busted out. I don't get anything going.
Your paddle.
I barely. I parked down the street." I didn't even use the valet parking here. I'm not the guy that's going to cure AIDS or cancer or whatever is rolling around this auditorium. I said, I'm not that guy. And he says, well, everybody has, gives a credit card, and then you give the paddle, even if you don't use it, I said, okay, all right, get in the credit card. So all night long, my paddle was frozen. It was just, it was iced. It was in, it's still in an ice age.
On it.
Yeah. Right. I purposely burned it. I took it out and burned it outside.
The first thing I do, destroy this paddle right away.
And so the next, 2 weeks later, I see my credit card statement, and they charged me $3,500 for an item. And I'm like, oh, I didn't buy an item. It must have got mixed up with somebody else's. So I called the auction. I said, hey, I didn't buy anything. They charged me $3,500. And they said, oh, no, you bid on something. I said, no, I didn't bid on anything. And then they said, oh, okay, then we'll try to figure it out. And so it took another week, and they said, okay, it was somebody else's bid, but we had 4 of them, and somebody thought they saw your paddle being raised, so we're going to send you the item. And I said, no. Yeah.
Hang on, back up.
I said, wait. I said, what's the item? And they said it's a balloon ride in Del Mar.
Yeah, right.
2 nights at a hotel with a balloon ride and wine and cheese and
2 nights at the Waste of Money Hotel.
That's right. Yeah. And I said, sweetheart, I'm at Del Mar at the track. I'm not with the balloons and the wine and the crackers and the cootery board or charcuterie board or whatever that is. And I said, and then she says, so you want me to reverse the charges and it's going to affect all these kids that otherwise would have benefited?
Oh, what a great play.
From your $3,500? And I said, 100%.
Give the kids my number.
100%.
Wow.
I am not going down. I don't have that kind of dough.
Yeah.
I didn't have that kind of money.
Of course. I get sucked into those all the time, sadly. It just, in the moment, you do it. Yours was truly a mistake, though. At least
right, but you've got to watch giving your credit card because another buddy of mine, that happened to him at an auction where somebody made a mistake. And some people are too wealthy, they don't look at their credit card statement, and then bang.
Or in that last moment when she pushed on you, they would have gone, yeah, you're right, okay.
Yeah, right, yeah, I think I do some of that on purpose. And she got the wrong cat.
Yeah.
She's well, these babies are dying of whatever they were like.
She tried selling it to you. It's a beautiful ride where you see the landscape.
No, that's not me, sweetie. I'm sorry. I'm not. I told you when I got there, I'm not your type.
You don't like the taste of the grapes, Mr. Conway?
But those things are really reserved for wealthy people.
Yes.
Man, everybody there had a high-end car. Everybody was bidding, throwing their paddle up at $40,000 car.
I have it. When we come back, I have a story about that, and that isn't always true. You're in a room drenched with money, and I'm the only one who bids on something.
Oh, really?
Are you kidding me? You people could buy and sell me what you have in your pockets.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
You had a quick follow-up to that story before we move
just
on
you were saying that, those auctions are made for people who have all this money, and I just remember going to a really great cause. It was in Bel Air, this fundraiser for these doctors who actually use technology to counsel surgeons in Africa. In Africa, there are very few, many fewer doctors than we have, and sometimes for a wide area, huge area, hundreds and hundreds of miles, there might be 3 doctors. So if you can get a surgeon who actually knows anything, he needs outside help. So anyway, this technology allows guys in, Beverly Hills or whatever in LA to connect with that surgeon, actually look through the surgeon's eyes. He wears these special glasses. So I wanted to go there and support this technology to get this sort of life-saving technology to support it, right? So I go there, and it said fundraiser in Bel Air, and it's a huge house, one of the biggest houses I've ever seen. It looked like the Aaron Spelling mansion, and with this big roundabout in front. And I just thought, oh my God, these people are cripplingly rich. I feel so insecure right now. So I get out of the car, I go in, and they have art from the most famous artists everywhere. It's hanging on the wall. Crazy. And around the room, I look and I see other people. It's clearly, a lot of people with a lot of money. Right. So I'm thinking, all right, I've got to knock these people down some money, but I don't have a ton of money right now. So I don't know, they get us all in this room. They say, we're going to have this movie. You're going to see this movie. It's a short movie about what we do. And then this lady comes on, and she says, okay, I've seen the movie. We're going to now ask you to support us. And I'll start, and I'm thinking in my mind, all right, $500. I'm going to give these guys $500, which for me was a really a big, extending myself in a big way. So she goes, we're going to start at $100,000. That's how I said, okay, I'll go to 500 because I think I was thinking about 100. So, but it's
wait, they wanted the minimum bid.
No. They're going to start at 100,000, and we're going to drop it down until you get to a number where you feel comfortable, and then you can bid. Okay?
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, because there's so many wealthy people in this room, this is going to be extraordinary to see. And it was. There was a lady who I think pledged $250,000 immediately. It was incredible. That's the kind of wealth that was here, but it was all for this wonderful cause. So they go down to 100,000, then they went down to 50,000. Then I think they went down to 25,000, and she said, we're going to keep going all the way down. I'm thinking we're going to go all the way down to whatever you can afford. I was expecting whatever you can afford. Instead, she said, we're going all the way down to 1,000.
Wow.
1,000, that's twice what I had budgeted for this. So they go down, and I'm noticing that most of the room isn't bidding. Most of the room is not using their paddle. And I'm thinking, these people are all really rich. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I thought some number, like 25,000, 10,000, whatever it would be, they would get there. So finally, they got down to 1,000. I thought, this is the last number they're going to go with. Like, there's nothing under this. This is as low as you're going to go. So I thought, I have to take my 500. I have to make it 1,000, which is a little bit more than I wanted. But more to the point, I'm sure this whole room is going to explode with 1,000 because these people have all been sitting on their paddles this whole time, and they've all got dough. So 1,000, she calls it out, and I lift up my paddle, and I look around, and maybe, I don't know, 5 other people in this huge room filled with people. I'm thinking, man, these people definitely have money. Now, maybe they did it in a private way. They put it on some envelope or something like that I wasn't aware of. But it just, to your point, you think, well, all these rich people, they're really going to support this. Not always.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird.
I know.
Yeah.
But and I think people get burned out. If you do like 3, 4, 5 of those a year, you just, you don't have that kind of dough.
Yeah. There's something in the charity world called donor fatigue.
Oh, is that right?
And it does happen. Like if you...
With the title, That Dead On?
Yeah. It is...
With all these creative people in this city... They came up with donor fatigue?
I don't think it's a marketing thing. I think it's just a fact. You know what I mean?
Tired of supporting charity fatigue.
Yeah. But the point is you can only squeeze so much. That's
great, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, so there you go.
Did you end up giving 1,000?
I did. Yeah. Give him 1,000.
Look at you.
And hopefully that, it goes to good causes.
Yeah, you're the best. Buddy.
All right.
All right. Ding dong with you. More now with Crozier.
You're the best.
Yeah.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slip covers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
You see Ohtani pitch last night?
How about that?
Man, oh man, that guy can still throw.
He has some talent.
What I haven't seen that after Little League where a guy pitches, doesn't even go on the dugout, grabs his bat and goes to the plate.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before in the major leagues.
Yeah, it is wild. You're right. We're just not used to seeing it. The days of pitchers who are also hitters,
but not only hitters, leadoff hitters.
Right. Yeah.
He leads off for the Dodgers that are swamped in talent.
Yeah.
They have more talent. That's an all-star team.
Sure. No, that's a murderer's row of hitters.
I think that the Dodgers could beat the American League All-Star team. That's what they should do. They should put up the World Series winner against all of baseball.
That's a great spectacle kind of.
It would be better than, two teams that don't care about it.
Yeah.
So you put it in a home city of whoever wins the World Series. It gives them another incentive to win the World Series, And if you don't win the World Series, you never get the All-Star game. Screw it. You're not that good. How about Colorado Rockies, 28 or 29 games out before the All-Star break?
Yeah. That's the problem that, some teams are just stacked with talent, like the Dodgers, and then you find the bottom of the league just doesn't really can't compete.
Right, but to the argument of that is then why aren't the Angels really good? If the Angels are in the same market, they have the same money, they have the same talent that would love to live in Southern California and play baseball. Why haven't the Angels put it together? Why
aren't the Angels the same brand as the Dodgers? I mean, the Angels had Ohtani.
And they didn't. So virtually nothing with it.
It comes to management. It comes to brand management and basic baseball management, I guess. But there is a difference, isn't there? It's not like the NFL. There's a difference in the profit sharing, and different markets do have different budgets, right, Tim?
I think you're right. Yeah, I think that. Well, the Dodgers make a ton of money off merchandising. I don't think that's shared with the league. I think that the Dodgers get to keep that.
Sure,
they make $40 to $50 million just in Japan on merchandising. It's a ton of money. But Dodgers last night, Shohei Ohtani started for the Dodgers, and they talked to our own David Vassegh after the game. Let's find out what happened there.
Shohei, I know you're a team guy, and you guys won the ball game tonight, but the fans are curious to know, how did it feel to be back on the mound tonight?
戻っての感触どうでしたか？本当に嬉しい気持ちと戻ってこれて、いろんな方の支えがあってここまで今日復帰。
What did he say?
Well, first of all, I'm very grateful for all the staff members, people who supported me throughout this whole progress. I'm very grateful that I'm back here healthy and pitching again.
Shohei, did you feel whole again as a baseball player tonight?
なんかもう溝に戻れていい感触でしたか？そうです。結果的にはいまいちでしたけど。I'm not quite happy with the results, but there were a lot that I was able to take away from today's outing and today's game.
He only pitched one inning. He didn't come back and pitch a 9-inning shutout. He pitched one inning.
Yeah, but he's just getting back, right?
Right. But there are some position players that have pitched one inning.
I see.
Yeah.
On a night like tonight where you got so many contributions from so many of your teammates, how much more special is a win and a night like tonight?
All right.
本当にいいオフェンス、特にオフェンスね。
How much what more special? What was the question here?
On a night like tonight where you got so many contributions from so many of your teammates, how much more special is a win and a night like tonight?
All right.
It's a really great team win offensively, and also the bullpen did an amazing job holding on to the win, and it was a really, really nice win.
Congratulations on a great night, Shohei. Great to have you back on the mound, and great to see the Dodgers win again tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. Man, David Vassegh talks like he owns the team.
Congratulations on a great night, Shohei. Great to have you back.
Great to have you back.
Great to have you back.
Yeah. I knew I should have secured you with my checkbook for $700 million.
There'll be a little extra something in your envelope at the end of the week.
Great to have you back on the mound, and great to see the Dodgers win again tonight. Thank you.
There you go. Dodgers win. They beat the Padres. They got 3 more with the Padres. And every team in the National League West, with the exception of Bellio's Rockies, is great. San Francisco, San Diego,
competitive division.
Dodgers. Yeah. I think Arizona is doing pretty good, and then the Rockies are 400 games out.
But I thought the Dodgers were going to steamroll everybody, and that hasn't happened.
I thought so too.
It's pitching. Pitching's been a little bit of an issue.
But you know what they should do? If you're 30 games out by All-Star break, they should just call it.
Tim, you can't do that.
You can't do that?
No. I mean, these are markets. Sometimes it's more fun for a lot of people in a market to go with the team. They just go for the fun of seeing the team play.
Lose?
Yeah, and there's a virtue in the suffering.
Like the Cubs?
Yeah, the long-suffering Cubs fans.
Hey, Bellio, you're from Colorado, and you love the Rockies. Were they ever good?
Yeah, they were good once.
They were good.
Yeah.
Did they win it? Did they ever win the World Series or go to playoffs? Or
I believe they've been in the playoffs. They have not won the World Series, though.
And what do they call that wall there? You sit in the outfield?
That's the rock pile.
The rock pile. Oh boy. All right. You worked for them for a while, didn't you? You worked for the Rockies?
I work for a sports station that covered the Rockies. It's the station that actually got Major League Baseball into Colorado.
Oh, is that right?
Cool.
Well, they played a big part of it.
All right. Were you auctioned off in Colorado?
What does that mean?
She was auctioned off here at KLAC.
A date with her, he was?
Yeah. You didn't know that story?
No, I did not.
That's how she met her husband.
Oh, that's right. But
they put her up.
That was a contest or something?
John was the highest bidder?
It wasn't a bid. Yeah.
What was
Thanks,
it?
Angel. Angel's going to ride back up here.
What was it? It wasn't a bidding?
It was a win a date with me contest.
Oh, I see.
I wasn't raffled off, Conway.
And it came down to two guys, right?
We did, like the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, the Final Four.
All right.
Yeah, and then I picked two, and then the listeners got to vote online, and they chose the same person I did.
Really?
Oh, that's sweet.
Ah, what's the other guy doing now? Is he drinking himself to death?
I saw him last night. He's great.
You ever think about the other guy?
Every day.
Wow. Man, this took an ugly turn.
Yeah, now I know John's not listening. Yeah, boy, oh boy. All right. But the Ohtani thing was unbelievable.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
We have the district attorney in the city of Los Angeles, or the county of Los Angeles. New charges announced against some of the LA protesters. I guess they got a lot of footage online and could
sure, of course, yeah,
trace these guys back.
I hope they get all those guys who are throwing stuff and who are wrecking police cars. I hope they've got to prosecute those people and put them away.
I don't understand videotaping yourself and then putting it up online, knowing that the cops. I mean, you're just handing that to the cops.
Yeah. They can't help it.
The DA's office just looks through all that social media all day long. Like, oh, that guy is, and then they match it with another picture of a guy. A lot of those guys are already on file, surprisingly. And then they go to their house, knock on their door, and it's
game over.
4 years.
Yeah,
I don't understand that at all. Guy committing crimes, then puts it on social media. God Almighty. It just never, I just don't understand that mentality.
We heard not only from the LA County District Attorney, but also the United States Attorney, the lead federal prosecutor for Southern California, highlighting what they say are some of the nearly killed so far. Keep in mind, these are felonies. They describe them as some of the most egregious examples of some of the vandalism and violence that's followed some of those protests in downtown LA. And the prosecutors from both agencies say they're trying to draw a very clear line here between the people who went out to exercise their First Amendment rights and demonstrate peacefully, and those, they say, went out to cause trouble and mayhem as a result.
And I'm here to tell you that 99.99% of the people who protested did so lawfully. This smaller group, which numbers probably in the hundreds, not even in the thousands, this group wanted to commit crimes. They looked at the protests as a cover, an opportunity to go ahead and ply their illegal trade and commit a whole variety of crimes.
Now, also among the new charges announced today, the man suspected of throwing bricks onto CHP officers and cars that were stopped on the 101 freeway back on June 8th. He's been accused in federal court of arson and in local court with assaulting officers and arson. Some other cases announced allege people threw fireworks at police or burglarized businesses following those large demonstrations in downtown LA. One person was caught, accused now of illegally carrying a gun. Another facing a federal conspiracy charge for handing out protective equipment to people out doing some of the, or participating in some of these demonstrations.
I didn't know that was illegal, to hand out face masks. You know, they have the bionic face mask that they're handing out to like 50 or 60 people. And that guy got busted for doing that.
And you're not allowed to.
I guess
wear
you're not
face
supposed to do
masks
that.
in those, yeah.
Were you a big fan of the $6 Million Man?
My friend, when I moved to L.A., Harv Bennett, he created the $6 Million Man. He told me a story about the $6 Million Man that I'm going to tell you right now. It's a little quick story.
Sure.
He said when they were developing the $6 Million Man, they couldn't figure out how to communicate that he was running really fast without it looking like a Benny Hill movie, you know, like if they sped it up.
Right.
And so they really were stuck. And he said, I was sitting around one day and they were showing film of Gale Sayers, who at that time was the running back from the Bears. He was just amazing. And he was just like, he was faster than everybody on the field. He was quicker moves and
better.
It was in slow motion. And he said, that's it. We're going to show Lee Majors in slow motion when he's running.
Cool.
We're going to go the other way. We're not going to speed it up. And so that is why this $6 Million Man was always in slow motion on the...
Crozier, are you old enough? Do you remember the $6 Million Man?
Oh, my God, yeah, dude. That was like everything for me as a kid. I had the action figure and everything.
And did you ever do this? Because with me and my lame buddies in the Valley, we used to go out and hum that song, that ba 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 da.
Oh yeah, and do the slow motion run.
Yeah, right. And then when you're looking at something that beep 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 beep, you know, you like mimic those sounds when you throw things.
Yes, indeed.
Man, I'm sure all of our parents thought, man, these kids are all about 2 weeks away from being incarcerated into a nut house.
You know, they had an episode for $6 Million Man that preceded the infamous Happy Days episode where the term "jumping the shark" took place. And for $6 Million Man, just before the Fonzie episode on Happy Days, he had a visit with Sasquatch. Like it was a whole thing. It was like an alien Sasquatch thing, and $6 Million really, that jumped the shark for there.
Yeah, so they jumped the Sasquatch. They jumped the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's wild, man. All right, let's get back to this. The charges here. Post-protest charges.
But authorities say some of the people who got those gas masks and other equipment were actually causing violence. The L.A. County District Attorney's Office says it's filed about 30 felony cases tied to vandalism or violence that followed protests. Federal prosecutors say that office has filed about 20 of these cases so far. Now, authorities say there are lots of other incidents and events that happened following these protests that are still being investigated, and they say there's going to be announcements and filings of criminal charges both in state and federal court repeatedly in the coming weeks and months. Interestingly, at the end of the news conference today, the U.S. Attorney said his office is also investigating some of the nonprofit groups that may have been organizing or helping to supply the people involved in these demonstrations. The U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley said the IRS's Criminal Investigation Division is now looking into some of these organizations to find out if they were part of a what he began to describe as potentially a conspiracy to commit crimes or violence at the ends of these protests.
Oh, man. All right, let's find out what this thing cost. The protests. Where is here it is. What did this thing cost LA?
With thousands of officers working overtime and some agitators turning destructive, we knew there was going to be a huge cost to you, the taxpayer. And now we have the numbers.
All right, what's the number here?
Protests have cost the city a whopping $19.7 million. That's according to the city's administrative officer. Now, much of that $19.7 million is coming from the LAPD at nearly $17 million. We're going to break down this number a little bit further in just a few seconds. But we can also see the response from the LAFD has cost $1.2 million. There's been nearly $600,000 in damage to city buildings. The street cleaning for city streets has cost over $500,000, and there's been at least $85,000 in graffiti cleanup, but we are told that number is going to climb. So let's kind of hone in on that $11 million. The vast majority of that, more than $11 million, is just because of officer overtime. The city administrator officer says on Saturday during those huge protests, nearly every single LAPD officer was working. So as you can imagine, the OT was just racking up. There's also been $240,000 in vehicle damage to LAPD cruisers. The city administrative officer, Matt Zabo, tells 7 on Your Sides that these are extraordinary events with, of course, now an extraordinary cost.
Yeah, wow, $19 million. And City of LA is broke.
How does a street cleaning cost $500,000?
It was filthy. Dirty.
Seems like, I don't know. I'd like to look at some of these numbers. I don't know.
A lot of debris, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. All right, we're live on KFI AM 640.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.